Hey, I'm Jay Thomas. Welcome to this week's edition of Hot Rod Hangout, where we are looking at what is new at Rod's Hot Rods in Faithful Avenue, and we got like a whole pile still.
I thought we were going to be short today, but I did the list. We actually got 10 new ones.
10.
But sadly, 3 are already left the building.
Okay, so what left? Let's go over that right now.
Okay, well, I was really excited to show you this one. The 71 Challenger RT.
You said it was the nicest one we've ever had.
Yeah, it has to be right up there. It's a Hemi orange, white interior.
And you couldn't even keep it long
Real
enough
RT.
for the video.
Yeah. I even had like a dictaphone. It was cool.
What?
Factory, still in the box.
Really?
Power windows, rare option car.
Did it have a CB radio too?
No, it wasn't CB. I thought it was, but it was
okay.
8-track with that dictaphone. So it's kind of cool. But it's on the website. There's just pictures of it.
Cool.
Actually left the building. The other one was a 76 Cutlass Supreme.
Ooh, that'd have been juicy.
Yeah, it would have been kind of cool.
Yeah.
Well, it was cool. That left on Saturday. And also a 66 Impala SS convertible, factory LS6. LS6, is that the L76? I can't remember anyway, the 427 and 390 horse. It was like the middle motor, right?
Okay.
Aqua on aqua.
No
top.
way.
It was a gorgeous car. I was so looking forward to showing that one too. That's gone too. So those 3 are gone, and we won't be able to show them.
But you know what? We got lots of really other cool stuff that's going to blow you away. Some stuff I'm pretty excited about too. Man, oh man, we got such a cool variety of things going on here right now. Yeah. It is awesome. So we're going to start. I'm going to spin you around here really quick. And why don't we begin right beside us?
Right here?
Yeah, right here, right here. This is pretty cool. This is a pretty showstoppery car, I'd say.
Well, a little small history. This is 47 Merc Coupe,
okay.
And this car was in the World of Wheels in Manitoba, Winnipeg. And
look at that.
The paint, I don't think I've seen a color this cool before on any car.
You know, somebody we were actually just talking about before we got on camera is Darren Labonte, who owns Roll & Steel in Saskatoon, and he painted his Firebird almost, if not, he made a custom color, but
very close,
where it's green, but it has a really cool gold metal flake in it, plus a bunch of other cool stuff that I don't really know the technical term for, but.
See, at nighttime going on the road, this car looks black. And and it's cool, mossy green with a gold undertone here, but outside it's really green.
Yeah, it's just, and then look at the color combo. Look at the mustard colored wheels that they did with it, which are awesome, and big white walls, which are great.
Chrome looks fantastic.
Oh, it looks, this is like, whoosh, wow.
Like Art Deco-y, right? Like
that's the term, right? That big waterfall grill, all the Art Deco stripes, and what's cool is it's a bit of a hot rod, but it's also not.
We talked about that last week, I think, right? Like this car, keeping some of the chrome on it and the bumpers, and that's what's in right now, is doing this kind of stuff.
Right, it's a custom car. Different stance. That one, for example, is chopped. This one isn't, but I mean, still some pretty neat custom work, but they kept a lot of the original stuff, which is pretty cool. But yet this thing sits, a little lower in the front, and it's got some smaller tires in the front, bigger in the back, that sort of thing. This isn't one that you see that often.
No, it's not a hugely popular body style, but that's kind of why it's cool, because you don't see a lot of them. Yeah. Like 47, 46 to 47, 48 in this style. You don't see a lot of these, because then they went right to the 49. Yeah. Which is like, 4950 is like the iconic lead sled.
Of course.
Right? So.
Now what's a little interesting about this car is that they chose to do, and it's well done, beautifully done, but it's got a gray interior that goes with this like sort of green and gold. So that's sort of a bit of an unusual choice to me, but
very nicely done.
Oh man, look at it's got all the full. This would have been probably the clock at one point, but full gauges now. But they're that right era of gauge. Got the waterfall grill going in there still. Yeah,
just nicely done.
Oh, the leather smells great in here. It's super soft stuff. Classic console in the middle.
And the paint is as slick as they come.
Oh, it's like, you can't even feel it. It's just like touching butter. It's amazing. Yeah. It's, I think somebody's gonna be super thrilled with this. What's under the hood?
350.
350.
350.
Okay, I mean,
typical.
We won't necessarily waste our time looking at that,
No,
but it's
same as a Ford. It runs and drives good. And
yeah, exactly. Nice car.
It's not like a Coyote or, it's not crazy like that.
No, that's right. But I mean, look, we got dual exhaust pipes poking out back there.
Sounds good.
Yep, it's, man.
It's a cool hot rod. Yeah.
There's nothing you can really say about it that's bad. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah. Let's go from one to something maybe a little quicker. Right here.
A little newer.
Look at this.
These have a huge following.
They are really growing, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah, look at that. That is the Cobra.
That's the Shelby.
That's the Shelby Cobra.
So 1996 SVT. This, the previous owner owned this car for over 20 years.
No way.
So it's a very well maintained car.
We dropped the camera. Hang on a sec. We got to get that back and going. That's what happens when you do this live. Cool.
Very nice car. Original other than the wheels and tires.
Yep, obviously, yep. Good shape, good color. I mean, you can't go wrong with a red Mustang, really. And that's...
People don't realize what the difference, just your regular Mustang to your SVT Cobra is, there's quite the difference in these cars.
Yeah, they weren't just badges. There was a lot of stuff that was changed.
Yes.
Like, I mean, does it share a body with
that's
the
where it stops.
Obviously, but the
suspension and everything is just more.
Ford did a cool job from the 90s through till now, honestly, with when they had a performance version of something, whether it was a Mustang or a Ford Focus,
Ford Lightning,
of doing more than just badge changes.
A lot of,
as compared to, let's say, sometimes GM is famous for this, that they're going to slap a package on it, call it a sporty package, but they really didn't change a whole lot. Yeah. Ford was in this era really good at taking a car like this, or taking a Ford Focus ST or Focus Type R, and maybe the shell is the same piece, but everything else underneath is totally different.
Didn't they make a Ford Contour SVT?
They made a Contour SVT that had a high output engine, different suspension, different exhaust, different brakes. My very first new car when I was 17 was a Ford Focus ST that, although it was a typical Ford Focus, suspension, all different exhaust, different engine, different transmission, different everything. Everything was different. And so you couldn't just go pluck parts out of a stock Focus, and so Ford was cool at doing that. This is the same thing.
So the people that know these cars will appreciate what this car is.
Totally.
Being so original, other than the wheels.
Yeah, but wheels are wheels. Hey,
this is about another original type car. 1969 Coronet 500.
Big old 500.
All the Mopar guys will be licking their lips on doing a Super B clone on this one.
So tell me, for us of the unwashed masses, the Coronet, the Dodge Coronet, was what the Super B, everybody knows the Super B name, right?
Well, that's that's the base. The Coronet is the base to that car.
Is the base to that car.
So if you add your stripe, and you take all this chrome off the side, and your different grille, and your dual hood scoops, right? There's lots of things to make it a Super B. But this is the base.
This one still feels like it's kind of juiced up. Were they still sort of a juiced up car even as a base?
No, the Coronet 500 is more like a trim package, right?
Okay.
And this has got the 318, so it's got the small block in it. And this is an actual real B7 blue car with B7 interior.
Yeah, we're
so
gonna open this.
Someone's painted a little different hue of blue.
Yep.
But it is a real B7 car.
Cool. Nice interior too.
Yeah, blue on blue.
Right on.
It's a nice car. It
is a nice car.
Underneath the hood is also painted body color. It's not black. Let's see if I can figure this out. I've never opened this one before.
Uh-oh. We've got a new contestant in... that was so fast. Oh yeah, okay, so painted over in the...
We got to detail it a little bit better, but it's got the fender tag, which shows shows the B7.
Cool.
But yeah, just a small block, automatic, power steering, no power brake.
No power brakes.
typical of this, lower option car.
Yep. You don't, yeah,
the body style is super cool.
Oh,
though.
totally.
Like it looks like a muscle car, right? It's got the look.
Okay, the one that we had sitting over here before was a GTX.
GTX.
Which was Satellite.
Okay.
Plymouth Satellite, Dodge Coronet.
The
right?
Super B is more of the sporty, right? And the GTX, that was like the businessman's muscle car.
Okay, but it was the Plymouth version.
Yes.
Plymouth Satellite, Dodge Coronet, right? They shared the same body, did they not? Like not fully 100%, but...
Well, no, the Satellite is different than the Coronet.
Okay. See?
It's very, very close.
Very close.
Very, very close. But the GTX was the very high end. Like it had all the cool options.
Right. But even this one, like because it is a Coronet, you get all this trim around the fenders and along the body line.
See how the back end bumps out? Like it bumps?
Yep.
That's the Coronet.
Ah, okay.
So just picture this car with the dual stripes on the back.
Yep.
And you kind of visualize a Super B.
Yep, for sure.
Right. And then they had the side, big scoop on the side. Right. So anyway.
Cool. Little Mopar 101 there for you. That's really awesome. Nice, cool color. It kind of is dark blue, but then where the pearl shines in the light, it gets lighter, so it's neat.
Yeah.
Very handsome.
Handsome car. Where are we going to next?
We gotta go to the other side.
Are we gonna save your favorite for last? Or are we gonna do that one next?
Well, I don't know. It's hard to say. Where do you want to start? Yeller or not?
Well, that's your favorite, isn't it?
I don't know.
You like the other one, maybe?
I don't know. Let's do the other one because it's right here.
Okay.
Look at this.
There's no hiding what it is. This is a 1957 Bel Air. Lots of doors, which is okay.
It's a Mordor.
But the cool fact on this car, this is a one family owned car from brand new.
I was saying before we got on the filming this, that, to find cars that come from the 70s and 80s that are one owner cars is, okay, sure.
Still hard enough, though.
Still hard enough. But to find a 50s car that was driven by the original woman who owned it up until when?
Well, it was the daughter of the original woman that bought it new. She was driving it this spring, and they put a backup camera in for her so she could still drive it.
So like same family owning the car since the 50s, and it's not been in the back 40. This is a running, driving, been used its whole life, just went through the shop kind of car.
It just went through the shop, so like there's the brakes, the shocks, the fuel system, whatever it needed as far as mechanical goes. It runs really well, it drives really well. New tires, wide whites, and one repaint about 20 years ago.
Yep.
But in the door jambs, it's all original. The interior's original.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this. I mean, it's the matching yellow and gold interior with the black, of course, and a bit of cream in there. Now, I mean, being that it's 1957, there definitely is some wear and tear. There is gonna be.
Even like the headliner is still the original headliner.
Yeah, it's all there. But I mean, look at the dash, right? It's all there. 3 on the tree.
Radio delete.
Okay, so look at this. I'm gonna sit down in here. Radio delete. So if somebody ordered the car without a radio, I wonder how much you could get at an auction for that plate. Just considering, A, who would have not ordered radio, but B, who would have left it in then all those years? To go from 1957 to 2023 and not have some, I don't know, nephew, grandson say, Grandma, I want to put a radio in your car,
Look at the carpet even. It's got the original carpet in it.
I know. That's nuts.
Like it's a cool piece.
It is a cool piece. Now, a couple things we noticed that is fascinating. Well, of course, we've got the good old your fuel fillers back.
Almost as cool as a 58 Olds, but not quite.
But not quite. There's the hanging off the license plate holders, the backup camera. But if you're an expert when it comes to these years of Chevys, we just have the badge. And if we go up here, yes, we do have Bel Air. So that's top of the line trim, which has the gold accents. But there's also gold Chevrolet, but no V. So you want to pop that hood?
The V is
the V.
V stands for not this.
For not this. Yep, that is, my friends, an inline 6 right there with a 3-speed on the column shifter. So look at that.
That's about as original as you're going to find.
Right? And it's still running and driving, going, usable, all that.
Oh,
no
it
power.
Shifts like butter for those of you that still know how to drive a 3 in the tree.
Yeah.
I had to question Darby. I didn't know if he did.
Did he know?
Well, yeah, I think he drove it in, so I think he figured it out.
But like we've got no power brakes, no power steering floating around down here. We've got an oil filter up there, generator. No, they had an alternator by this year, right? I think they did. By 57, I think that was the thing about a 55 Chevy that made it so revolutionary. Didn't they have a
55? That was when the 6-volt changed.
Oh, okay.
Right.
To 12.
To 12.
I thought, anyways. But look at this. It's an inline 6. It's still going. It's all here.
I'm trying to think, no generator, because one of the Edsels that I had still had the original generator, and we had to fix it.
Okay.
That was a 58 or 59.
I thought the alternator, but maybe I'm getting it mixed up. That's okay.
Someone will tell us.
Of course they will.
What the year was.
So interestingly, what you didn't see under the hood there, and it's okay, we'll leave it shut, but there's no washer fluid.
No.
You know, like we're looking over here. There's right on the side here would be a place for washer fluid. There's nothing there, so there's no reservoir on this car. Possibly no washer fluid pump.
Probably no seatbelt either.
Well, definitely none of that, but pretty cool. Big old yeller, and it's just a fun car. That's a great car to go get ice cream in.
Kind of similar to our blue one that we had.
Yeah.
But our blue one was a 210. This is a Bel Air, so it's a different trim level. Eh?
That's right.
Same motor. The other one was a 4-speed on the floor, which was added, obviously. But
yep.
This is more like original.
This is really cool. This is really cool. Okay, we got to go to a unfortunate sold sign, but here it is.
Yeah, we just got this in on Saturday. It's a 1931 Ford Coupe. It's not. This is a good driving one because it has the Mustang 2 front end in it. So it's not your typical dropped axle. Fiberglass body, Viper red, black leather interior, heated seats, 700R. This is a proven driver. The guy that we got this from, they just took a trip to Winnipeg and back in it.
Wow.
So it's a good driver.
Nice.
Darby took this for a run. He came back with a big smile on his face.
You do that trick with the doors?
Oh.
This is cool.
This is the secret. Well, it's not secret now.
Oh, that's cool. No door handles, but a little catch release mechanism.
And there's a fob for it too, but
up under there.
Power windows.
Nice.
I think it's
that's a well done.
It's just cool.
Yeah, right on.
Nice stereo. The 700R. It's good.
And it's sold.
It's sold.
This next one we're gonna look at is pretty cool. Again, this is another really original car. We're going kind of from one of these. We've had a few of these now, and this is another
one of these though. And this is like an oddball. This is a 1980 Firebird. This is a Formula Firebird Turbo. So you don't see these a lot. That's the factory turbo wheels. That's the turbo hood.
Turbo hood. That's like the bulge on the right hand side.
And they never had the bird on the hood.
Okay, because
Formula
yeah.
The stripes on the bottom says Formula on the very bottom.
Look at the cool alloy wheels. Yeah. Some white leather tires. And in here,
it's the original interior.
Whoa, no way. Okay, I got to spin around and have a better look this way.
Yeah, we're a little tight in this area, but it's like in the trunk. It's still got the original Space Saver spare. It has like the air can to fill.
Oh, no way.
The documentation for this car is crazy. It's up on the hoist. The bottom is mint.
What a handsome car too! Like with it's dark gray with a red and orange stripe separating the bottom, which is black, and then a red interior to complement it all. And you were telling me this has never been replaced or touched?
That's an original interior.
Whoa, that's cool. Patterned velour.
It's got some cool options.
Oh yeah, look at that. AC. This is an air-conditioned car. Factory tack in there.
I think it's power windows too, is it not?
Yep. We've got power windows in the console. Automatic. That's cool.
I think on these formulas too, your window trim is also body color, eh? Which is different than the Trans-ams.
Right here.
Yeah.
Neat, but we still get a bit of chrome around here. Yep. That cool scoop on the side there.
So you've never seen the formula. Like these formulas this is the fastest Firebird built in 1980, okay, with that turbo.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like the Mustang LX versus the GT.
Or the SVO, the Mustang SVO. Remember that one? Yeah, the turbocharged Mustang.
So they're faster than the GTs.
Yeah.
But the Trans Am had more glitter and look with the bird and had more
and a
stuff.
rumbling V8, right?
Yeah, well, you can get this one in a V8. Well, this is a V8 too.
Right.
But
I guess it's just that it's turbocharged.
not the turbo, right? So
Right. Yeah.
In the Trans Am.
Yeah.
This is the turbo. So it's kind of a neat one.
Yeah.
And there's like a lot of originality to this car. And the documentation, we have most of it online. You can go have a look at it.
I like it.
It's a documented
really
two-owner
like
car. 2 owners only.
Wow. Nice paint. Oh, this is cool. 4-wheel disc.
That's part of this has got a factory WS6 package on it, which will give you the larger front and rear sway bars, the 14:1 steering ratio box, 308 posi, and your 4-wheel disc brakes.
4-wheel disc brakes.
As a factory option, so.
Plus, you know, I like that these have just a slightly different nose on them too.
Yep.
It's got just a little bit of a different look. It's very, very, very Pontiac, but that's really cool. I like it.
This one's not going to last. This is a nice car.
No, this is really nice. This is really nice. Okay, we're going to go to the last one, I think, for the day. Which
this next one is pretty wicked.
Pretty wicked. Look at this. We got a Brit in the showroom. We got a Jag.
We've never had a Jag in the showroom ever before.
And we're going to start back here with a couple surprises. So first off, it's a what, 70 what?
75.
Jaguar XJ12C. And this is the coolest part right here. There's only 2 doors.
I don't think I've ever seen one ever.
I've never seen one with 2 doors. Never. Okay, cool. Look at this. We got leaded fuel, and there are dual.
So it's a saddle gas tank. So
Yep.
you know that time when you pull up to the gas station and your filler's on the wrong side and you feel so stupid? Well, you don't have to feel stupid here.
You never
it
feel
doesn't
dumb.
matter which side, because
Nope.
you can feel on either side.
Exactly.
I don't know why they don't do this to new vehicles now.
They should.
Wouldn't that make more sense?
Wouldn't it? This is a cool car. Look at this.
It's got a little nicely upgraded Sony stereo system, but other than that, it's pretty like original as far as this goes.
Beautiful camel colored leather.
It's fully loaded.
Totally. Got a roof. And here's the big surprise, is that there's a 12 on the back, but there isn't one under the hood anymore. Look at this.
Some people may wonder why we have a Jaguar in our hot rod shop. Well, because now it's kind of a hot rod.
That's right.
It's got an Olds 455 in it.
Exactly. A Rocket 455 in here.
Turbo 400 trans.
You know, you were saying that you've got guys that have come in, even some British guys, and said, like, a lot of this happens, right? Is the V12 is complicated, it's finicky, it's problematic. So a lot of these were beautiful cars. I mean, look at that's real leather, that's real wood. You know, like
These are real metal doors. This is how, like, when the hood closes and the door closes, it's like solid.
well, for crying out loud, it's a real spoked wheel.
Yep.
You know,
1/4 inch real true spokes.
you know, like these were hand built, beautifully made cars. Sometimes they suffered pretty poorly under here. So this is a common thing now, not always an Olds V8, but you know.
A lot of transplants, a lot of different versions of transplants. but
Exactly.
A lot of them took the V12 out and put this in.
Cool.
Or something that was a little easier to work on, right?
Let's lower this just because we got to get a picture of the.
But the cool part, actually, with this car is when it fires up, you kind of look at it again, you're like, well, that doesn't sound like a Jaguar. It sounds like a Cutlass 442.
I always love the style of these. The front end actually cants forward.
Yeah.
And you got a real Jag hood emblem and all that juicy chrome.
We used to steal those off cars back in the day. Put them in our bedroom.
The only unfortunate part, if you call it that, is that I think this must be a Canadian car, right? Because it's the correct hand drive, and she's got the big
bumper.
the big bumpers, right? The big 70s Jag bumpers.
I would guess that, yeah.
Which, if you really are into it, you can find reproductions now of the European bumpers that go on here,
slimmer,
which are basically this portion, of course, without all this gaudy stuff on the front, and they look really, really good.
But this 2-door version is, the more I look at this car, the more I'm like, wow, this has just got style. Right?
And look at the way the back end tapers both in this way to, you know, and it tapers down. It's so European styled.
Yeah.
It tapers down and it tapers up from the bottom like this, and it pinches. It just has such a I don't know.
This car going to Cars and Coffee, guaranteed you're the only one there.
Oh God, yeah.
And to be a conversation piece, you pop the hood and it's just a neat piece.
It really is. The only other sad thing that we noticed, unfortunate if you want to call it that, the paint.
Catch is on the other side.
Uh-oh.
No, it's on the other side.
I got to go all the way back over there?
Yep.
Okay, never mind. Under the hood, we know the original color was British Racing Green.
Yep, because it shows it.
And British Racing Green with that color of interior would have been out of this world good.
So why would they have the catch on the other side?
Because
is that like a British thing?
Well, because originally the steering wheel was on the other side of the car. So you'd get out of the car.
So they did the steering wheel on this side,
but they didn't bother to change the latch over.
I get it now.
Right? It's only half converted for North American or the other side of the road.
I never even thought of that, actually.
Right? Anyways, pretty cool to have a Jag in the showroom. That's a two-door. That's this cool. Yeah, wow. I mean, there's some pretty wicked stuff in here. What else have we got?
Wicked stuff coming.
Yeah, okay. What else?
Okay, you guys that know me know I'm a lead sled guy.
Yeah.
I like my lead sleds. What we got coming is super cool. We got a 49 Merc lead sled convertible.
Oh, so convertible.
It's a hot rod convertible.
Nice.
Air conditioned, air ride. It's cool.
Nice.
A couple Mustangs coming. Got a 67, I believe. GTS code Coupe, 4-speed.
Nice.
Another 65 fastback Mustang. We got a 70 Duster, Panther Pink.
Really?
The real one, yeah.
Really?
Yep. I don't know what's with their pink cars lately.
Yeah, all of a sudden we got pink cars.
Yeah, it's just a thing.
Yeah.
Our 55 Chevy is done, but we didn't have room for it today.
Yeah. We had so many other
I promise it's done.
It's
done.
finished. It's white and beautiful.
It's done, yeah.
Yeah.
I think, pretty sure we got an 85 Grand Prix coming, an original 50,000 kilometer.
Ooh, neat.
Pretty cool color combination.
Yeah.
That's kind of my era growing up, and I kind of like that style of car.
G-body stuff. Cool.
G-body, yeah.
All right, well, if you saw something that you got to call your own in this showroom, make sure you head to rodshotrods.ca. Pictures, pricing, details, it's all there. We got a lot of stuff here. We got a lot of stuff at the other showroom too. So you never know what you're going to find, and it's changing all the time. Thanks for watching this long. Like, subscribe, follow along. We're going to bring you updates every week. Next time, we'll catch you on Hot Rod Hangout.